I'm Giancarlo.
I'm Felicia.
And this is our review of
Tulip Bubble.
That's right. You know what this is about?
Something to do with the Dutch merchants.
Wow. Yes. But is it because you read in the back?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No,
the first line of the back. Okay, actually, well, I'll explain what this is. Because this is actually really fascinating. It's called the Tulip Mania. So basically, people... Do you know about this? People were mortgaging houses because they were speculating that tulips were going to be like super expensive and rare and this. So they're buying seeds and shit.
Are you serious?
This is the first recorded economic bubble failure.
It was at the end of World War II for...
So was it England that gave it to us?
No, it was the Dutch. Because Canadians sheltered Princess Juliana during
Nazis. Wow. So they have a thing for tulips, the Dutch.
Yeah, they send us every year how many freaking tulips do we get from them. It's thousands. Yeah, it was nice, right? So yeah, I was right.
That's crazy. Are tulips a Dutch thing?
I'm just... We brought some from Amsterdam. They're in front of our house. We planted them last year.
So it's a Dutch flower.
Wow.
I did not know that.
So...
The more you know. Players take on the role of Dutch merchants during the Tulip Mania in the year 1636. This was the first recorded economic bubble, and as such, players will invest in buying tulips and sell them at the best price before the market crashes. The one with the most money when that happens wins. The game here is set. The randomness each game will be these tulips on how they'll be placed in spots 2, 3, and 4, and the cards laid out here. The ones revealed here are also random besides this one. The burst card will be somewhere in the bottom last 3 cards of the market event. The first card will be flipped and the appropriate tulip moves that much. Whenever another tulip occupies the space, it goes to the next available space if it can, or remain in its space if it can't. This holds true throughout the game.
The phases are all listed here. For the first round, the event and selling phases are skipped, but here's how they work. You'll draw a market event and adjust the value of the tulips accordingly. If the burst bubble is drawn in one of the last 3 rounds, the game immediately ends. Players count their coins and the one with the most wins. Then new tulips are drawn. The amount will be the number of players plus 2 as in the setup. All tulips in the next shipment slide down to new arrivals, past the first player marker. When selling, the starting player will first sell if they wish, and then play proceeds clockwise. Selling to the market, the tulips will be placed here and the player collects money as listed by the type of tulip sold, color and letter. Selling to a collector will also give you bonus points. And then a new collector is revealed. These tulips do not go in the sold row, but are instead discarded. A player may only sell to one collector per round.
The buying phase is where players, starting with the first one going clockwise, will bid on the tulips in these 2 rows. The first turn, a player may bid up to 2 of his auction markers on the tulips. The second turn, they may only bid 1 auction marker. We then resolve bids from left to right. If no other contested you for the tulip, pay its value and place it face down behind your screen. If other bid markers are there, we do an auction. Starting with the player closest to the first, they'll need to start a bid of at least 1 higher than the listed price. The next player who has a marker there raises it or pass until only 1 bidder remains. She'll pay the amount listed to the bank and the others will split the difference between the original price and the bidders round down from the bank. A player may also take a loan for a tulip. To do so, take the money from the bank along with an auction marker and place them both on the tulip on loan. Until it's paid, the players will have 1 less marker for bidding. Finance tulips can be sold to the bank in the selling phase, just pay the loan when selling, or pay off the loan at any time during the game unless the burst bubble appeared. Retrieve your marker when doing so. Finance tulips can never be sold to a collector and must be paid off first to do so.
Cleanup phase is where prices get adjusted. The tulip's color that is the most in all 3 rows goes down 1. If 2 colors are tied, they both go down 1. For the color with the least amount, it rises by 1. Then discard all cards from the new arrivals and just sold rows. A new round begins. Besides being the player with the most coins when the market crashes, should a player buy this tulip at 120 coins and have no finance tulips, they will automatically win.
Moedas came out with another great title with Tulip Bubble. As always with them, components are just great. These markers were already punched for a seamless finish. and the artwork style fits this title greatly. Game plays fairly smoothly and players are always invested, and I love the choices the game offers in terms of tactics, from when to finance a tulip and when to sell it in hopes of adjusting tulip type value or how much you're willing to pay for that needed tulip. Strategy is a strong component as well. This is mainly done by speculation, which is handled really nicely in this game, not only for price change of the tulips, but also in terms of what others might go for in terms of collectors. The speculation is also one of the best ways to mitigate the luck that inevitably will come at the worst times. But it is a welcomed aspect in this game. Really is exciting to see your investment flourish or flop. A couple of cons I have for this game is that you should play this game at max players. There's just more player interaction that way. The last one is minor, but I do wish the insert would have considered the screens a little better. In the end, this is a great game and it scores an 8 out of 10. Once again, Modest keeps me intrigued with what great games they'll come up with next. Subscribe now to our channel to stay in the loop. If you like our work, help us continue by sharing the channel to your gaming group. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.